It is first and goal after the penalty from the 15-yard line. Swing pass, Emmitt Smith, and Smith picks up 9 to the 6-yard line. Brian Dawkins, the rookie out of Clemson, who has won the starting job at free safety, makes the tackle. It'll be second down and goal.
When he is a fine-looking rookie, second-round draft pick who just earned his way into a starting role. He's a good tackler, as you see right here, taking Emmitt Smith on one-on-one open field. But he also is a good cover safety, and they are hard to come by in the National Football League. This is a good one.
It's a daunting task starting as a rookie at free safety, and now you begin to see what Ray Rhodes sees in Brian Dawkins. That's a big-time play against a big-time player.
Second down and goal. The fake, the bootleg right. The throw is a little high and incomplete, intended for Ty J. Armstrong, the tight end. Third down and goal. Zordich covering on the play. Armstrong picked up just before the start of the season, 6'4" and 277.
This is the area where Michael Irvin is so important to the Cowboys with his height and his ability to go up and come down with the football, even though he's covered. Troy Aikman, how many times do you recall seeing him throw to Irvin even when he was covered?
Good coverage by Zordich. He was all over it.
Kevin Williams, foot injury. He's on the shelf. He had been their #1 wideout. Third and goal. Aikman throws back to the end zone, caught for the touchdown by Eric Bjornsson. Bjornsson, an emerging tight end, and with Novacek gone and maybe for the season, Bjornsson will play a vital role in the success or lack thereof for the Cowboys this year.
And every guy on this Cowboy offensive team, when they complete this extra point, should run over and thank Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker got this started with that kickoff return.
Took it out to the Eagles' 44-yard line. But Bjornsson has a good-looking career. He's a lot like the missing Jay Novacek. He was a wide receiver at Washington, has bulked up a little bit, big enough to play tight end.
That's Bjornsson's first NFL touchdown, and Boniol's extra point is good.
Well, he'll catch a lot more touchdown passes as long as they're thrown as beautifully as that pass was. Right where it had to be by Troy Aikman. Look at the delivery of this football.
Perfect. 10-7. Philly. Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes up from Pompano Beach, Florida, providing that shot of Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, where the second quarter begins. The Eagles up by 3 at their own 33-yard line. Second down, 4. It's the workhorse, Ricky Waters, who tries to cut it back and can't. Tackled at the 35-yard line, 2 yards shy of the first down. Darren Woodson makes the stop. The Cowboys this season have allowed an average of 238 yards per game, and as you can see in the first quarter alone, the Eagles with 115 total yards.
Well, you can see the Cowboys at least got somewhere respectable with 55 yards. They had 6 after their first 3-and-out drive, and we're looking at a 10-0 deficit.
Third and a long one, and Waters gets 5. So a first down up at the 40-yard line. Monday Night Football is being brought to you by Miller Lite, 1996 World Beer Cup American Light Lager Gold Medal winner. The all-new Ford F-150, strength after strength after strength. And America Online, the future, now available. You've got mail.
Do I? From you? From Uncle Big Al?
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
The Big E.
First down from the 40. It is Rodney Peete having it tipped by Dunn, and then Dunn, does he catch it?
I don't know.
No, he doesn't. One official had to come in. The umpire made the call and said no, it hit the ground.
Well, Dunn was wide open. Once again, Rodney just had too much on it for Dunn to handle.
Well, it's back behind him, too,
back
Frank.
behind him, and
had to pivot back behind him to try to stab out his right hand for it. This is after the tip, when he's going to try to gain control of it before it touches the ground, and I think that's a good call by the official. A lot of ball was on the turf.
Yep. Second down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Here's Ricky Waters slicing his way up to the 45-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 6 with a minute and a half having gone by in the second quarter. The Eagles with a win would stay in a first-place tie with Washington. The Redskins are 4-1, and the Cowboys would drop to 1-4 going into a bye week. Waters last week, big game against Atlanta.
That would not have been a popular pick at the start of the year, would it? That after 5 weeks, the Skins would be 4-1 and the Cowboys could be 1-4.
Right. Philly first and Dallas last. 3rd and 6 from the 44. He gets sacked. Hard charge by Chad Hennings along with Leon Lett as they got a lot of penetration from the middle of the defensive front and forced Philadelphia to punt.
As they have been doing all year, good solid play by the Dallas Cowboys defensively. Again, let's spotlight the big cat Leon Lett. Gets a good outside move on Panos. He's really not a factor in the play. It's Chad Hennings that comes in late to make the tackle, but Leon Lett will have to fight through 2 people every time he makes a move.
Tom Hutton to punt. Kelvin Martin to run it back. And the left footer sends it skyward and angles it, and it's a beautiful punt, and it's fielded at the 6-yard line, so it's a 56-yard punt, and a flag goes down as the run back takes Martin to the 22-yard line. Bob McElwee will make the call here.
Holding number 28 of the receiving team after the ball was kicked. The receivers will keep the ball after the penalty for their foul. First down. Timeout.
That was Darren Woodson called for the penalty. So the Cowboys get really backed up to begin this next drive.
Time to put away the Pro Bowl trophies, the $1 million contracts, and the reputation. You're backed up to your own goal line. Here's where a Pro Bowl offensive line needs to come through.
Dallas starts to drive from the 3, and they'll go to the air on first down, and the line does a great job pass protecting, and the Cowboys get a lot of breathing room as Bjornsson, the man who scores the touchdown on the last drive, takes them all the way out to the 26-yard line.
And that time the Eagles up there thinking Emmitt Smith as well they should be, and they were in a 3-man zone deep, and Bjornsson was wide open. They were looking for Emmitt Smith, and they are well advised to look for Emmitt Smith, but you can't let Bjornsson run totally free.
Deion Sanders to this point in time not a factor at all.
Offense or defense, as Emmitt Smith picks up 2. Of course, when you say that defensively, you are a factor because they're not going your way. But Deion playing both ways this year. Offensively tonight, 10 of 12 plays. Defensively, 24 of 26. He's been out only 4 plays all night.
Well, he's really fallen off. We saw him catch 9 against the Bears. He caught 5 the next week, and that was against the Giants. Then he caught, what, 2 against Indianapolis, rather, and then he caught 1 last week. So people are learning how to handle Deion.
Of course, Deion performing here tonight in the home of what many people feel is the greatest two-way player of all time, Chuck Bednarik, a big Deion fan.
And here is Deion, who escapes a tackle at the 18, cuts it back, and Deion does his thing all the way up to the 38 with a marker down all the way back at the 19-yard line. And it's a personal foul against Dallas.
It might be against Troy Aikman.
Personal foul, clipping, number 8.
Yep.
Offense, half the distance to the goal line, second down.
Boy, it's been a long time since I've seen that, if ever.
Clipping called on the quarterback. It's a good call. There's Aikman coming back on William Fuller. And he does. He rolls into the back of the legs of William Fuller.
You know, he's lucky Fuller didn't get up and sit on him.
And go after him.
Spike him.
Now, Troy hits more ground than Fuller, but he does hit enough of Fuller to actually trip him up and knock him down. That's a very alert call by Bob McElwee.
Second down and 22 from the 14-yard line. And Darrell Johnson is flanked to the right and sent into motion and out into the pattern. And Aikman's going to launch one for Dion, who gets position and makes the catch. He got inside Troy Vincent on a great one-on-one matchup and makes the catch.
Troy had great position on him. And actually, Dion, I don't know what his vertical leap is, but it must be pretty incredible. He went so high to get this football. Troy Vincent, one of the great cover corners there is. To spin around, he's right there. He just couldn't get up there with him.
Well, but he's getting no help to the inside from the safeties at all. The safeties are committed to the run. You're asking almost the impossible of a cornerback to take away all angles of the field against a guy like Deion Sanders.
39-yard reception, his longest of the year, and Emmitt Smith picks up a couple. The Cowboys this year do not have a 40-yard reception or a 20-yard run, which is amazing 4.5 games into the season. And that's one of the few times that they've been able to link up with Deion. In fact, the only time on a bomb.
And so many stats around this Cowboy team. It's been so strange. They start this season with all of the injuries that, well, if you were to predict them before the start of the season, no one could have believed it.
But they're in a position right now where they would be really pleased to go into that bye at 2-3.
Herschel Walker in the game, flank left. Dion, after that long run, takes 2 plays in a row off, and they go to Walker. And the versatile one takes it to the 32-yard line, and a Dallas first down on a drive that commenced, you'll recall, back at the 3-yard line. So the Cowboys on the move with 9:15 to go in the half, and the Eagles leading by 3.
Of course, there's a pattern that just has Michael Irvin's name written all over it. Michael, who can report to the Cowboy training facility tomorrow. His suspension over, and that's his pattern, that quick slant to the inside. And of course, no quarterback in the game delivers the ball more accurately than Troy Aikman.
Sanders back in the game, and they give it to Emmitt Smith, and he takes it inside the 30, picks up 3. James Willis, the middle linebacker, in on the stop. So the Eagles took an early 10-0 lead, but the Cowboys answered. Set up by Herschel Walker's long 49-yard return and the touchdown pass to Bjornsson. And now Dallas with 8.5 to go in the half. And Emmitt Smith coming out slowly and getting a breather here as Sherman Williams comes in. Have it 2nd down and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Well, there was a little power, a little strength, but you gain quickness with Sherman Williams.
Little toss to Sherman to the weak side and a lot of room, and Sherman Williams, Emmitt's back up to the 14, and a first down behind a Moose Johnston block, and Smith in some pain.
Yeah, Emmitt, I don't know that Emmitt came out just for a blow. You're right, Al. Looks to me like he's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's a long list of things that are wrong. The neck, the ribs, the ankle, the knee. But he did practice all week. This just beautifully blocked, Frank.
And this is what you can do with Sherman Williams. Get him to the outside. He is much quicker than him to the outside, and he has a good cutback ability.
First down at the 14-yard line. Eagles nearly jump. In fact, they do. Flags go down. And it's Sherman Williams finding space in the middle of the 7-yard line. Tackled by Bobby Taylor.
Looked like Red Hall, number 97, fell across the line.
Picked up about 7, so the question is, do you want it 1st and 5 or 2nd and 2 or 3?
Offside, defensive nose guard. 5-yard penalty, first down.
They'll take the 5, and that'll put them at the 9-yard line.
Well, Dan, you called for a Pro Bowl performance by the offensive line. This drive started at the 4-yard line, and enough adversity in it, too. Troy Aikman called on the clip. You got big plays, and they've sustained it.
It's that old saying, you dance with who brung you. That's it. Right now, without wide receivers of note, you have to fall back on short, accurate passes by the quarterback. But really, you have a dominating group up front. At least they have been in the past. They're trying to do it again.
1st and 5 after the penalty. Sherman Williams runs right into Bobby Taylor. Tackled at the 6-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and a long 2.
Well, I'll tell you, it is really tough to run outside against an 8-man front, and that's what Philadelphia presented then.
And don't you love cornerbacks, Frank, that are 6'3", 216 pounds like Taylor?
And will hit you.
This is a cornerback making a tackle like this, folks, not a linebacker. Look at this stick by Bobby Taylor. That's an outstanding tackle by a corner.